Another remake, let's talk about The Roses. The Roses is a remake of the classic The War of the Roses, directed by Danny DeVito, which is a dark satire on a relationship that was built on love but eventually devolves into madness because of hatred and loathing and resentment and neglect. And that was a great commentary on relationships, especially how a wife can give and a husband can just take and take. And eventually the relationship just devolves into only being together because of either circumstances or children. And then eventually, when you have nothing left, there is nothing there. The Roses is a really good, fun remake of a classic film where it does pay homage to the War of the Roses, but it is wholly its own thing. Like just like how you should make a remake. A remake should always be its own thing while still paying homage and throwbacks to the classic. Are there things that I did like more in the original than I do in the Roses? Yeah, but there's a lot that I really enjoyed in here. I do like the more faster, brisker pacing of this film because it just kind of hits the ground running. It really showcases like the festering of like the resentment, how it slowly builds up and how they try to suppress it and try to make time for each other, but ultimately they don't because of their ego. And then this resentment builds up to hatred and loathing for one another, and then eventually has this really hilarious climax towards the end of the film. I do like how the original sort of built the whole family dynamic up like a fairy tale in the beginning, and this one kind of throws you into the fires kind of right away. You can kind of see the hints of resentment kind of right away, but that's what I enjoyed about it because it's funny, it's quick paced. I really enjoyed Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch in this film. They just have this really good, dry British sense of humor that really exudes on the screen, and their chemistry is believable as this married couple who have been together for 10 plus years, and they have their own type of way of communicating, whether it be like an inside joke or how they're kind of bantering back and forth. There's a really hilarious therapy scene in the film that really plays up this thing. For them, it might feel normal and mundane, but from outside looking in, it feels really unhealthy, and ultimately it is. And it's just this really fun date night movie that you can watch with your significant other and kind of laugh at what's happening on screen. And some of the side characters are also enjoyable and hilarious, but a lot of the best scenes are just these two just bantering with each other. But yeah, unfortunately this movie isn't doing too hot at the box office, so if you guys haven't checked it out, please go give it some love and support because it is a really fun, entertaining movie that'll have you laughing from beginning to end. You're going to enjoy the chemistry between Olivia Colman and Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, are there things that could have been better in the film? Yes, but what you have is something that's fun and infinitely rewatchable, to be honest. It's a remake of a classic that is for a modern audience, and it works.